The ace match of the final should be good.
Yep, Solid, a little fatigued, I think, as we were saying.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see.
He may be going for an early win here.
Yep. It was his map pick.
Yes, it was.
If he scouts him early, we'll see. Marine SCV all in, maybe.
Yep. Would not be surprised.
Welcome everybody to the ASC Weekly. It's week number 24. We are actually currently stuck on the loading screen. So just give us a second here.
The admin may be lagging a bit.
Yeah.
He is having some issues.
Admin may be actually lagging us a little bit. We're waiting to get into this final ace match, and here we go. We are in now. So this is, as I said, the ace match. ASCW week number 24 finals, Masters, Grandmasters. We have SolidControl spawning in the top position of the Shattered Temple. SolidControl jumping to an early lead, 2-0, yet somehow finds himself in the ace match versus Mystic, the Red Zerg. I'm Tumba. Co-casting with me this evening is the young Travolta lookalike, Dark and Light. Dark, and you called it reverse all kill. You said he had the chops to do it, and here we are in the final game of the finals, the best of 5 fifth match. There can be no more. So we shall see who's going to win. Mystic just mentioning he did actually beat RSVP earlier, so
He may not be as happy with the wins as they were mostly early all-in type wins, but he did take advantage of what worked for him. I can't fault him for that.
no, yeah, you have to do what you have to do, and you know what? It's on the Protoss's responsibility, or I should say, on the pro player's responsibility, and any player's responsibility to scout and react. You know, and I'm going to say it. RSVP was greedy. He only used one cannon.
He
typically
was in the second game on test bug.
and no sentries is also being greedy. You know, it's a bit of a greedy build. Didn't really respect the Baneling bust that much. Wasn't that worried about it, and it cost him in both games.
Yes, it did. I do like that Mystic did switch up the timings in those games, though. He didn't do the same types of aggression, so RSVP didn't know what to prepare for. He had the right wall up for Roach Ling, but he did not for the Baneling bust.
Right, and we do see a refinery going down early for the Terran, so there will be, doesn't look like we'll see an all-in.
Yeah, early factory play.
Yep.
Very possible. Maybe some Banshees thrown in there. Can't tell quite yet.
I can't remember, and I'm sure you will, Darkin. We did see it might have been Bomber that went with the Mass Reaper build, or excuse me, Mass Banshee build.
I do know what you're referring to. I can't quite recall which game it was.
I want to say it was against Moon.
Believe so.
And it
was
worked.
A good build. Definitely worked.
Yeah, we didn't see it was going to work. We thought it was going to fail miserably, and actually sort of overwhelmed in the base trade. And as you said, Terran with the ability to lift off makes a big difference.
Yes, I remember that game down in Crevasse. It was a pretty close game. Looked like Moon had it at a lot of points, but the Banshees just did too much damage.
Yeah.
Moon took out almost all of his base, but still, he couldn't stop the Banshees.
Nope. Yep, there was enough Banshees to deal. And he was actually very sloppy with the micro of the Banshees, losing a few of them in the engagements early on.
Yeah, but he still pulled it out.
Yes, he did. Phenomenal player, Startail Bomber. Just great.
Favorite Terran of mine. Very solid play.
Yeah, I have to say Startail, a team I like.
Yeah, some good players on there.
For sure.
Ace, Bomber, July.
Ace, one of my favorite Protoss next to MC, of course, and has replaced In Control as my second favorite Protoss.
Yeah, he's quite a good player.
Yes.
Made some mistakes in his NASL games, but he played well throughout the whole tournament.
Again, I think he provided the most entertaining games versus Braddock. I have to say it one more time.
I didn't like his choice to blink into the army on the first game, but he pulled it out in the next two with very close games, very good games.
I like the regular season games with the base trade epic.
Yeah, that was a fantastic game too.
Many people don't realize Braddock, really one of the first players to go ahead and come up with all the builds that Terran is using.
Yeah, back in the beta, early days of the game, he was one of the early premier Terrans, and he was one of the most innovative, one of the students of the game, as you say. He studied the game, figured out what works best, and now a lot of the Terrans have mimicked him.
And he's got that hammer fist.
Yes, he does.
Very scary looking guy.
Very scary guy.
Looks like he could snap nerds' necks for sure.
He's definitely going to win the most intimidating NASL portrait.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, for sure. Sounds like a well-played post to me.
Yes, he does. Control getting supply blocked several times so far, and maybe the fatigue factor again.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to be the player. He plays solid, but he doesn't seem to be able to go in for long series like this. It can be debilitating for any player,
Absolutely.
despite skill level.
Stim is being researched. He now has 4 Hellrins. They're not brute frame. It's going to come in.
Do a lot of damage from those 4, though.
Absolutely. He is going to get some drone kills finally.
Yeah, he's pushing up to the main by the look of it. No, he's not going to get in. He's being slow with this.
Yeah.
Just lose them all. Nice block by Mystic.
And of course, Hellions, a very effective early harassment tool for Terran.
I question this Marauder Hellion style by SolidControl. A lot of players have tried it in the past. We actually saw Gonzi try it against Dongregyu last night. It did some damage, but it has its weaknesses. Lings especially. Lings and Banelings can completely tear it apart if it's not controlled completely perfect.
Yeah, Gonzi very upset with himself losing that game last night. Head and hands. Sella had to come in and...
Again, another situation where I feel like he had that game. He was very close to winning it, but then he did make a few mistakes. He did fall apart in the later aspects of the game, and...
had to be consoled after the game.
Looks like he does plan to push out with these Marauders and Hellions.
Yes, he does. He is going to make a push across the map.
He is bringing half of his SCVs about, so this is...
semi-all-in-ish.
Yeah. Has to do a level of damage for sure. Not all too much defense so far by Mystic. This could work. He did tech really fast to Spire, and he does not have all too much to defend. Marauder's obviously very good against buildings and spine crawlers. Hellions good against the Marines. For the Zerglings, my bad there.
And he is able to get that spine crawler down. Drones are pulled. Queen is in effect.
4 Baneling hits actually by Mystic, so he could push in here now and do a lot of damage.
Yeah, Zerglings doing their best to get out and deal with this, but I don't know. Could be too much.
Very well could be. See the Marauders do a lot of damage to the Queens, the Hellions a lot against the Zerglings, so there's not much you can do to deal with this right now.
No, obviously more Hellions joining the fray and making it that much more difficult, as you now see looking almost like he was going to go for quick muta as the Spire does complete.
And Spire does counter everything in this, but it was still, he was just not going to have enough muta to stop this aggression in time.
No, and Mystic has got to be disheartened at this point. Such a hard-fought tournament for him, but it looks like it's all over at this point. Nothing he can do from here.
Looks like he will fight it out, but it's pretty much over at this point.
No, yeah, it's there's not much he can do from here to counter this. Obviously, Marauders do not shoot up.
No,
but it's
those rockets, they can't aim that quite far yet.
It is the sure matter of economy at this point, though.
Yeah. How many drones does he have? He has 1 drone left, so that's pretty bad.
Yeah, 9 supply of 60. Just completely overwhelmed at this point.
Yeah. He may clean this up, but it just doesn't matter at this point.
No, it's just it's too much for him. Too hard to come back from. Only 24 minerals in the bank. Not even able to produce a drone.
He does lose that last drone, so it is over for mining for him.
Yeah, that's the game, essentially.
Yeah. He will try to counterattack with the mutas, but he already has enough Marines where he can deal with this pretty well. He is getting missile turrets up. That's all he really needs to do.
Yeah, it's the fact that he can't mine at this point, and there's nothing he could effectively salvage to continue mining, so whatever he has is what he's got, and he has to deal with.
Yeah, I expect a GG as soon as he sees all these Marines and missile turrets.
I know that Mystic really wants to fight this out. I can understand where he's coming from. It's tough when you battle this hard. And there's the GG.
though.